today. From TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports.
We are 15 miles due west of the Atlantic, nestled in downtown Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The 49er offense coming out here for the first time, led by their quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo. Garoppolo, fifth season with the 49ers, 8th overall in the National Football League.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 123 yards and a touchdown.
They look like a team that really emphasized the running game in the offseason. They were going to build around it. Didn't matter if they were going to run gap scheme, power scheme, whatever. They've got a runner who finds yardage if you give him just a little bit of space.
And he slings one that's incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And it's third down. So a glance here at the key inactives. There's other reasons, but this list, one of the reasons they've been struggling some this year.
And one that they won't make excuses with, but everyone knows that this is the key reason. Without these players, it's made it very difficult for them this season. They've battled, they've scrapped, but without those guys, hard to win games.
Garoppolo to his tight end Kittle for a Niner first down.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
On second down, it's Sermon. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. And they'll try and run for the first with Sermon. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Sermon now on 1st and 10. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
To the right side, this is Sermon. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now a handoff. Sermon. Half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, here's Sermon. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 49 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now.
Solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. It's Mitchell, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. They'll run for it. Sermon. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. For the first time, the Jacksonville Jaguars set to go here on offense, led out by the new face of the franchise, the #1 overall pick, of course, from this year's draft. It's Trevor Lawrence out of Clemson.
Brandon, it's always nice when you get recognized with an individual award, and he was the AFC Offensive Player of the Week last week, but when you do it in a win, so much the better.
Absolutely, and he was all talking about that win, not so much the award he received on Wednesday.
It's a nice-looking award. I wonder if he took it home, got out of the car, showed it off to the kids in the neighborhood, passed it around. Wonder what he did with it.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
Here's Robinson again on 2nd down. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Robinson. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12.
Every time I see James Robinson make a run, as we just saw there, one word comes to mind for me, and that's determined. Undrafted, out of Illinois State, always doubted, and all he did, finished 6th in the NFL in rushing. What a find he was in 2020, and he expects that to continue in 2021.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Robinson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Here's Lawrence. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Running left is Sermon. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 74 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On second down, it's Mitchell. Down to the 25. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. The Niners on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Benjamin's got it. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Mitchell again. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Elijah Mitchell with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. Now Lawrence. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
And I could see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Eric Armstead in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Chris Jones now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's in his zone, 2nd quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw.
They'll run the screen with Mitchell.
7 yards there on the 1st down screen play.
Good call there on 1st down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd down, it's Mitchell. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done. And they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Garoppolo on 1st down. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Now a quick throw as they get it to Ayuk outside.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Garoppolo.
Samuel bringing in the slant. And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Garoppolo, quick throw out to Ayuk.
No gain there on the completion. It'll be second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Second down and 7.
Garoppolo now. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his third touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum? When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On second down now. It's Robinson looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
It's complete to Jones.
And he is going to have a Jags first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on third down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down.
Now the Jags are moving quickly in the hurry-up. Throwing on 2nd and long.
Lawrence. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
You definitely would have liked to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
On 3rd down, it's Robinson, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Here's Chris Jones now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to be taken down here, as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving.
We now proceed to the start of the second half. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Rookie Trevor Lawrence of the Jaguar offense ready to take over. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So that one will be accepted. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Lawrence will throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence, open man left side. It's the tight end, Manhertz. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
How about the timing on that one, where they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, ball's out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Again, it's Lawrence. And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Maurice Hurst, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Here's Chris Jones now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They were losers a week ago to the Rams, but they've got the lead right now as they start this drive, 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw taken in by Samuel. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. Rookie Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguar offense ready to take over. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They begin the drive with Robinson. Oh, what a move. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Lawrence throwing the out route incomplete. That's Arnold. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Now Lawrence to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lawrence.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Robinson. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And Robinson will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack, going to stop him short of the 1st.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's Chris Jones now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. Elsewhere, a 3rd quarter score. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Mitchell. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
41 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 1st down, Mitchell. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Mitchell. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. The kick by Gold is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So just 3 points there, but that important in the grand scheme of things since it's now a 3-score lead.
And to now, the other guys haven't shown that they can do anything offensively, so just take the points, keep adding that cushion, and let your defense win you the football game.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Second and 6. From the gun, it's Lawrence. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Nick Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
It's complete to Robinson. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down. Here's Chris Jones now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. This is fielded at the 27. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3 except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Garoppolo. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Mitchell, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. Now Garoppolo. Got his target, Samuel. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Garoppolo able to find Samuel there for a Niners first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On first down, it's Mitchell. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Niners on third down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Mitchell. A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Mitchell. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Elijah Mitchell.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the 49ers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. That 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the 4th quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. Now Lawrence on 1st down. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front and getting to them. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
He'll get this to Ogunbowale out of the backfield.
It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
86 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, Keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. They'll try and run for it. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it.
And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, start the bus, because they think this one is over.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Going to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. They'll keep it on the ground. Mitchell. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. Right back to Juszczyk again. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, praise has to go to the guys in the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Another carry here for the fullback, Juszczyk. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he will have the 1st down, but hold everything. A flag is down. This one might not stand. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Completes it to Samuel. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they take a knee.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
54, right there, 54.
And they will take a knee here. So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
No, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for San Francisco, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else in their sanity, as they move to 4-6. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings.